I've been crying for almost an hour and a half. Um, and I'm pretty sure it's on the same theme. Maybe some of you know that I lost my brother this past Halloween, which is like, um, now it's, anyway, the date is the 16th of January. And then I put down my cat a week and a half later. And the grief still comes in waves. Like at first, I was in shock for like a month and on a hypomania. So I was seemingly happy, but in shock at the same time. And then the grieving started after that. And it hasn't really let up. Although I'll grieve like separately for my cat and separately for my brother. So today I was just sitting there and I don't know what made me think of my cat, but there's three here at the house. Two are my roommates, one is mine. Kashka is the one in the background there. Um, and I was just thinking, I have this, like, I put my cat down. The morning that I put him down, he was running to the neighbors to see what was going on or trying to find another litter box. That was a tragedy. He was, um, he was not able to go to the bathroom. He was blocked up because of the morphine, and that made me really sad because I tried to give him drugs to feel comfortable, and the drugs ended up hurting him in the end. And I tried to get him on his, he had hyperthyroid, so I tried to get him on those meds, and they affected his liver. And then I thought, well, it's too bad that I didn't have access to a vehicle and more money. Maybe I could have done it the natural way. I don't know. I've heard that there's a natural way that some vets do both. Because these meds are really hard on humans. I know I'm on meds, but they seem to be okay. But I mean, it's the same idea for humans. It's just hard. Like, I don't know. I do some homeopathy too, but I feel like the meds kind of make a buffer to make everything a little bit better so that the pain isn't quite as bad. But knowing the difference between my first cat Candy when I was a child, like I put her down in, my early 20s or whatever, she was so sick she couldn't even walk at the end. And she had problems with like her kidneys for like most of her life. And that's what did it. She just kind of collapsed in the end. And for Bob, he was running next door because he was just constipated and like he wasn't eating for like a week and a half. So I was force feeding him, and I guess I could have let him starve. I tried for like a day or something, and I was like, oh God, like I don't want to hurt my cat. And now I think I did everything for my cat. And then there's this one dog in the Ottawa paper called Breezy. Maybe that's what started it because I read this article. This mom apparently gives her son a dog for a pet after he had already killed multiple animals in their household. I think that's crazy. Like, I'm still upset because I had to put my cat down. I feel like sometimes that I killed it, but he would have died anyways. And it's just really hard for me. It's like, I always need to feel like validated, and the fact that my cat couldn't like start breaking out in English and telling me, hey, it's okay, this is what I want, like, and I had to make that decision is the hardest thing ever. And just, I do believe there's an afterlife, and I'm thinking, does he forgive me? And am I a good person? And where does this come from? And yes, I was told by my mother that I was a bad person, and I was pretty bad, but maybe the reason why I was bad was because that's what I was told, or which came first, the chicken or the egg. Like when kids grow up, you kind of have to like teach them. But I had so many problems that I was so stressed out, because I had hydrocephalus, early surgeries and molestation and all that when all by the time I was like 4. So understand I was a tough kid, but it's still tough for me to get my head straight and try and realize that I can do things that are okay, and I'm okay, and I don't need validation all the time. It's just hard. I don't know. Thanks.